Hello everyone, welcome. And in today's video, I want us to talk about, I want us to compare our loose hair versus our microlocked hair, right? Yeah, we know we have benefits and we also have benefits in loose hair, but I want us to talk deeply about this microlocked hairstyle because that's what we have and that's what we've embraced right now, right? So welcome to my channel. My name is Flongugi and I welcome you all. Okay, as you can see, my hair, I washed it the other day, and after washing, this is what I normally do. I normally plait it after washing. I normally wash, moisturize, and then I plait these bigger bigger locks. The reason for doing this is because this is one of my hairstyle that I love so much. Yeah, this is one of my style that I put my micro locks in, and I love it because my hair looks voluminous, it looks full, and it looks like, like I don't have any empty patches inside here, right? As you can see, I don't know if you guys will see. Yeah, my bald part is normally here, but right now I have some growth, right? So you can't tell. But when I unplate these locks, you'll see what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So we will talk as I undo these braids, right? Yeah. So I've had these micro locks for the last 6 years, and I've taken care of them. Okay, in the beginning, these micro locks were even, right? My hair was even, it was short, right? But then it grew very well with a very even length, right? But due to health issues, like I had told you earlier, my hair started thinning and it started, coming off, right? Shading, thinning, all that. So after that, I have been having this hair all along, being very patient, but I can attest that at first I was not patient at all. I almost gave up, but there is that inner power that kept me going, right? So when I started these hairs, I saw a certain YouTuber. Her name is Tunisha Ali, right? Yeah, that's the person who motivated me to put these micro locks on, and that is a lot of years back, right? In fact, when I saw her videos, when I followed her on YouTube, I subscribed to her channel. It was around 2014, 2015, right? So I did not put the hairstyle immediately. Yeah, I stayed for some years, trying to think, trying to compare, trying to consider how I'll be taking care of the hair, right? Okay, back then when I was researching, I did not do much research though, but the little I researched, I learned that this hairstyle is expensive to maintain. I also learned that, you know, the hairstyle I had I had seen was the sister lock style, right? So the sister lock style has a lot of rules. There is a certain pattern to follow. Okay, the Tunisia Hali has sister locks, right? And there are a lot of rules. There's a pattern you must follow when installing this hair. There are some products you use, right? So myself, I opted to do microlocks because with microlocks, I think the only thing that is very much considered is the size, but not the pattern, not the pattern of installing and all that, right? So that's when I opted for microlocks. And my microlocks are 6 years now. And I can say I have learned, like I have learned much from them, and I'm still learning, right? Yeah. So we can share our experiences down in the comment below. And, I lost hair in very many circumstances and in different years, right? Because of very many different issues with health, issues with allergies, issues with a lot of complications, health complications. Yes, because when your health is not okay, your hair is much the same, because it's like the hair manifests what's happening inside your body, like what your inner health looks like, right? It's normally manifested in your hair and in your skin, according to my experience. So i I started this year, and I've been having the reason why I opted for this hair, for this style, is because I love voluminous in my head. I love my hair, you know, being seen as huge in my head. I don't want something that's not, when I have a big forehead, as you can see, and my face is somehow big. So I love my hair to be, something bigger, right? So that's one reason why I opted for this hair. Another reason, I can feel some scratching in my scalp, as you can notice. Yeah, I can feel some scratching, and it's right now the weather is very cold, very very cold and very very moist. It's raining every night. It's raining, right? So I think that's the reason. The allergies are now, at their peak, right? So, okay, what was I talking about? I was talking about, okay, why I love this hairstyle. It's because it looks, voluminous in my head, right? From there, I hate the experience, we normally get in the salons, right? From booking to failed appointments to the pain that comes with plating in the salon. You can go to a salon and it's like a punishment. I remember back then when I used to do the plating, I had to take painkillers every time I visited a salon. Whether it's blow drying my hair, whether it's plating, whether it's styling like with the gel, because normally you have to put some extension here. I had to take painkillers because my scalp, I've come to learn my scalp is very sensitive. So that is the other reason. That's the other, reason why I opted for microlocks, because microlocks, your scalp is very healthy. I mean, it's untampered. There's no disturbance like these ones. As you can see, they are very loose. Mm? You don't tighten your hair in any style you're doing, right? Yeah, mostly. But there are some people who hold their locks this way and they tighten. Some plate lines like this, yeah, they are beautiful and they are very manageable. But the pressure you put on your scalp when you're putting your hair this way, yeah, you lose hair, right? And that's one thing I normally avoid a lot. Now, I want to compare loose hair versus microlocked hair, right? So let's assume my hair is loose right now, right? There has never been a time that my loose hair had gone this had become this long. There was no a single time, even when I was very young. I've never had my hair get to this length, right? My hair would get to a ponytail, and that was it. It was stagnant. It's like it was not growing. I don't know whether it was shedding, maybe it was, it was but normally, I came to learn when I was combing my hair, mostly, my hair is, coarse, right? I don't know what they call this hair, whether it's for C or what. I'm not very familiar with that. But my hair is very, very thick, right? So when combing, my hair, my comb normally have a volume of hair every time I combed my hair, and that used to hurt me. Like, yes, it used to. So you can see microlocks help your hair to grow in length, like it has gotten to this size, and I love it. And my goal is for it to get down here. Right now I'm aspiring for my hair to get to the bra strap, yeah, length. Okay, after some years it will continue growing, and I will love it, right? But for now, my hair has grown long. Yeah, comparing with my loose hair, right? The other thing, I've experienced hair shedding. Like the crown part of my hair, my head was empty. It was bald. I'm talking about, when I went for surgery, and I came back home, the time I was recovering, my scalp was like this, clean, right? The whole of this part, you can see in my previous videos, the whole of this part was bald, like bald, shining, right? Imagine if I was having loose hair. How would I manage that? I would have to cut my hair directly, because Ababu, what would I have done? I can't keep my hair when this part, the whole of this part is, bald. But when I have microlocks, like when I came out of hospital, I used to put my hair in a ponytail, right? And put it like that. No one knew the struggles I was going through in here. Yeah. So this hair, helped me in styling when I had bald patches, right? The other thing, microlocks are cheap if you compare them with loose hair. Why do I say so? Because with loose hair, myself, I did not keep any hairstyle for more than 3 weeks. 3 weeks was another thing. It was stressful. If I had braids, if I had weaves, if I had the lines, by the time they're 3 weeks old, I'm very bored. I don't want them. I feel uncomfortable. So I had to put them off to go to the salon and change a hairstyle, right? And that's a lot of money. So comparing to this, what do I say? It's very cheap comparing loose hair and microlocked hair. Why? Because right now, the only part that microlocks are hard to manage is when you're starting, right? Because your hair is short, so there are no options when it comes to styling, right? But when your microlocks are long in a certain size, you are able to style whichever style you love, right? It's very simple for you to style, right? The other thing, microlocks are, you can go anywhere anytime you want. There's no stress, like you're learning to the salon to do what you want to do this. You're doing retouch, chemical retouches. You're doing, I don't know, the how we used to do the braids here. You undo them, and then you're plated afresh here. You do the refreshing here in the hairline. There's nothing like that with microlocks. You only moisturize, pick up your handbag, and leave. Okay. The other thing, like now, I live in the village, right? I normally go to the farm. I normally work many hours in the farm, right? So I must cover my head, right? When I cover my head, because there are many impurities that will get into your hair, so you have to cover your head. When you cover your head, there's this sweating, right? When you sweat and you have loose hair, definitely it will be headache. Why? Because if you had dried, your hair will shrink again, right? Okay, if you had loose hair, it will be hectic for you, right? But with these microlocks, I cover my head, I go to the farm, I work for the hours I want to work. I come back here, I remove the scarf or whatever I had, or the cape, I remove, and my hair is okay. My hair is breathing, my hair is okay. There's nothing stressing me. I only moisturize and do some perfuming, you know, and everything works out well. So this hair, especially the people who are in the villages, they are working in the countryside, right? You have a lot of chores to do. You're feeding the animals, you're here, you're there, feeding the rabbits, okay? You're going to the farm, you're getting inside the corn, the maize, and you're doing a lot of things. This is the best hairstyle for you because it will not stress you. You'll go to the farm, come back, moisturize your hair, and you're good to go, right? Okay. The other thing, comparing loose hair and microlocked hair, we have this issue of alopecia, right? When you get some a certain age, let's say from 45 going forward, the thing with us women, we have what? We have menopause, right? The changes of the hormones in our body, and that causes an alopecia. That causes hair loss, right? And that causes thinning. If your hair was full in the other years, you start to notice that your hair is getting, when you put a ponytail, your hair is getting lesser and lesser. That's because of the hormones. Now, if you're in that class, if you're like me, 40s going forward, please opt for this hairstyle. Why? Because if you put this hairstyle, you'll be looking amazing. Because no one will tell that you have thin hair. Your hair is always full, right? You don't experience the thing that you see, like your hair can be counted, right? Yeah. Everyone sees that your hair is full with this hair because when you start them, let's say you start a tiny lock, right? Because that's how we do it. You start a tiny lock. As it grows, as time goes on, the lock tends to grow thinner, right? It doesn't stay the way you started it. It gets thinner, and that makes your hair full. So I would advise everyone who is 45 going forward, kindly opt for this hair because there's no stress with this hair. Your hair will look full and healthy, right? So I've done all the comparison, and there are many other advantages of microlocks, like the products you use. With microlocks, you only wash your hair. Okay, you can do the treatment and you can opt not to do it, but like for me, I normally use the onion juice too, for like a treatment, right? For my hair, it has helped me with hair growth, right? So you can use you use very limited products, right? Because this hair attract some impurities, like it gets, it attracts some very many particles in, right? And you don't have to use many products. That's why we normally use natural oils. Like for me, I use natural oil, right? The oil I use has vitamin A, E, and F, right? It promotes thicker hair, right? And it has a lot of oils in it. It has castor, it has sweet almond, it has soybean oil, it has lemon oil, it has rosemary oil, it has a lot of oils in it. And it helps my hair a lot when it comes to growing. So you don't have to use those a lot of products on your hair. That makes this hair cheaper. Why? Because you only use water and oil to moisturize. And when you go for a moisturizer, it's like one product. You don't have to put a lot of products to your hair. Okay. The other benefit. You don't have to buy the hair extensions, right? You have your own extension with you. Hey, right? Yeah, like for me, I love, you know, I love long hair and full. Yeah, right? So that's what I am going forward for. That's where I am going towards, right? Or maybe I am there already, right? So you don't have to buy those extensions, which are very expensive, right? So, my sisters, my brothers, those are the benefits of micro rocks compared to loose hair. Okay, so now this style, when I do it this way, when I plait these braids, the reason I do it this way is because my hair gets some curls, right? And when it has some curls, I'm using the sun. I'm depending on the sun, and today is very cold. So the sun is coming and then getting lost. But we'll trust. We will continue taking the video because that's how it is, right? So that's why you're seeing some dark lights and brighter lights. It's because I'm depending on the sun for the light, right? Yeah. We are saying this, we must do it, whether we have all the tools needed or not. If you don't have a light in your house, get outside, take your videos outside like I'm doing right now. Nothing is bringing us down. Yeah, we are very determined, right, to help people. We are determined to help our sisters, yeah, maintain their hair and stand out no matter what, no matter the circumstances we are going through, no matter what our health is going through. We must continue with this journey. We must make ourselves smart and beautiful. We must love ourselves. I normally insist on loving ourselves because that's very important, right? If you don't love yourself, then who will? Okay? You have to love yourself, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Talking about loving ourselves, taking care of ourselves, and not caring what the world is saying, right? Yeah, because we know who we trust and we know who we look up to. Yeah, yeah, we trust in Him alone, the Most High, right? Yeah, that's it. So, I'm undoing these braids because I want you to see what I'm talking about. I want you to see how full my hair is and how beautiful it can get. And by the way, I love taking my videos out because I know what nature does to our minds, right? When you watch a video in a green, background, a living, plant like this one, as you can see, this is a guava tree, right? It's a guava tree. It's now 3 years old, 3 years, and it has fruits. And we've eaten another season, but it did not have much fruits. But this round, it has tried, right? Yeah, as you can see, it has fruits, a lot of them. Even on the other what? Even on the other branches. Can you see? My friends, this is what I love now. Now, in another year, when you come here to take a video, you pick one fruit and you continue biting, having a bite, right? That's what we are supposed to live in this world. We are supposed to have much, plenty to eat and share with our neighbors and our friends and them that do not have, right? Yeah, so I'll be taking my videos mostly outside, and I'm a farmer. I have rabbits, I have sheep, okay? I do farming, I have chicken. I'll be they'll be appearing in my video once in a while. Just to just to give my viewers the experience of my life and how I live and how I keep my inner health. and how I take care of my psychological health. Yeah, living with animals like pets, I mean like rabbits, taking care of them, feeding them, it heals my minds, and I love that so much. Okay, tending trees like I do here around here, we have a lot of fruits. Yeah, it does miracles to my brain. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. Now when I undo this hair like this, hey, today's video will be long, but we are about to end, right? So this is what I do. We must help each other. We must share experiences. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, because I know there are some who are going through what I used to go through or what I'm going through right now, and this will be like a help, a big help to their hearts and souls, right? Those who are struggling with hair loss, those who are struggling with hair shedding, health issues, uterine fibroids, bleeding. Oh, I don't want to remember that experience. It's very awkward. It's very, very stressing, right? Those who are struggling now with the hysterectomy, the removal of the uterus. Woo, and I'll come to share with you the story of that day when I went to the surgery for the surgery. Hey, it was another day that I'll never forget, right? And I had a good experience, and I had gone through the therapy, and my mind was very ready. But, you know, we are human beings, and can you see? I have some flakes, I have some dandruffs. That's why I'm scratching my scalp, right? So, can you see what I was talking about, my people, my sisters and brothers? Right? So, my hair is curled, as you can see, and I love it. So I can go out like this, or I can put any other style I want with the curls, right? So thank you very much. I can talk and talk, but this video is already very long. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for giving me a like, giving that video a like if you find it helpful. And thank you so much for commenting. I'm waiting to hear from you down in the comment section. I want you to tell me, share with me your microlocks experience. Share with me the comparison that we've already done, right? Tell me what you think, right? I want to hear your experience. I want to hear your take. I want to hear your experience with your hair, with saving some some dollars or some shillings when you go for microlocks, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear from you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you all. You are my family, and I'll always be here for you. So stick around and wait for the next video. Bye bye.